Muscles are made in the kitchen. Diet is the most important element of bodybuilding, unfortunately. You can train all you want, but if you're not eating in a way that facilitates your goals, you're not going to see a lot of progress towards those goals. Say you want to get leaner. You can exercise and exercise and exercise, but if your diet doesn't facilitate that goal, you're not really going to see a lot of fat loss. The same thing goes with trying to get bigger. You can lift as much weight as you want, but if you're not eating in a way that helps you to add size, then it's simply not going to happen. But what does it mean to eat in a way that furthers your goals? Sometimes people ask me how I eat. They ask, I'm thinking about eliminating bread. Is that a good idea? Is dairy bad for me? How much protein do I need to eat? Is fluoride in tap water an Illuminati plot? The diet industry is an enormous evil entity designed to make money by encouraging our insecurities and fostering confusion with half-truths, misinformation, and pseudoscience. There are thousands of fake gurus who will tell you you must eat like a caveman, or that tomatoes are related to deadly nightshade and they are why you cannot lose those last 10 pounds, or that their life changed when they started putting butter in their coffee, or that Soylent Green is made out of pea. When people ask me how I eat, I'm actually really hesitant to answer. It's because, well, our bodies are all different, and how they react to different foods is different, and what my goals are and what someone else's goals are probably different, and how far along the path we are toward achieving those goals is different. So what works for me probably isn't going to work for someone else. Truth is, nutrition is still not very well understood as a science. And when you consider that people's bodies are different and how they respond to foods is different, and that people have all kinds of different goals that they might be working towards, then it becomes kind of silly to make a sweeping statement about how you should or should not eat. The fact is, figuring out how you should eat to further your goals is only ever a journey of self-discovery. So you've got to figure things out for yourself. The first step to doing that is measuring and recording everything you eat. In study after study, humans are demonstrably awful at eyeballing portion size. It matters whether you're eating 50 grams of rice or 100 grams of rice. Buy a food scale. And get an app on your phone where you can enter the data of what you're eating. You need to know how many calories you're taking in and what portion of those calories come from protein, from carbohydrate, and from fat. So you want to get bigger. That means you need to increase your calories and increase the amount of protein you're taking in. After a couple of weeks go by, if you don't see the number on your scale going up, you don't see changes in the mirror, you're not able to handle more weight at the gym, that means that you need to increase the calories and the protein even more. It can be surprising how much you have to eat if gaining does not come naturally to you. It sounds fun, like you can eat all of the cake. And maybe you can, if that's in line with your goals. But if you don't want to add too much fat along with the muscle, well then it means you have to eat a lot of chicken and tilapia and broccoli. And you have to force yourself to eat when you're not hungry. You have to force yourself to eat that chicken and that tilapia and that broccoli and that chicken and that tilapia and that broccoli and that chicken and that tilapia and that... But maybe you want to get leaner. Well, it's the same idea. You figure out what your typical daily calorie intake is right now by measuring and recording the things that you eat, and then you reduce that number by 200 or 300. You don't want too big of a reduction because the only safe way to lose fat is gradually, and you need your nutrition to complete your workouts and to stay healthy. Again, Measure everything. It's very easy to turn a 300 calorie deficit into a 200 calorie surplus if you decide to stop for a healthy smoothie on the way home from work. Cheat meals? Cheat days? Absolutely. If you're at a calorie deficit day after day after day, you need a day of calorie surplus every now and again to refuel. How often? Well, that really depends on you and your body. You need to figure out the margins of error that you're working within. If you're going to have a cheat day every third day, unless you're very lucky in the genetic lottery, you're probably not going to see a lot of progress. But the main point is you need to be purposeful and plan your cheat days. My friends are coming over tonight to play board games. There's going to be lots of snacks, and I'm going to eat whatever I want and drink lots of beer. Well, that sounds great, Johnny Hypothetical, but don't do that too often. I already had a cheat day this week when we went to the movies on Wednesday, so for board games tonight, I'm going to eat carrot sticks, 35 grams of almonds, and I'm going to drink mint tea. And my friends aren't going to laugh at me because they're not assholes. Aw, Johnny, your friends sound really sweet. Well, the point remains there are no dogmas. Everybody's body is different, and the only way to figure out your body and how to eat in terms of furthering your goals is to keep a record of what you're eating and to notice how your body changes over time in response to that. Basically, everybody is different, and only you can figure out what's right for your body. Bon appetit! How do I eat? Let me count the eggs. So many eggs. Lots of eggs. Many, many eggs.